Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and in today's video we'll be asking, can the Ocelot Pariah beat the Grotti Itali GTO? Now, we've asked this question many times before and we always get the same answer, but my good friend there in the flat cap getting into the Grotti Itali GTO, he's joined me and Mr. Raccoon today, and he's absolutely convinced, ladies and gentlemen, that the Ocelot Pariah is the faster vehicle than the Grotti Itali GTO, and so we're going to teach him a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. I am in the Ocelot Pariah, ladies and gentlemen, and he's taken charge of my Grotti Itali GTO, and like I say, his car is the Pariah, mine is the GTO, and when he takes control of the GTO, ladies and gentlemen, as you'll see, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see, aren't you? He sort of scuppers that top corner a little bit there, and I do manage to pull alongside him in the Pariah, ladies and gentlemen, and indeed, yes, it's very true, with the rapscallion in my vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, somehow he seems to cross the line second. So that might be an end of it, you might think, ladies and gentlemen, but no, that's not an end of it. So now we're going to switch over, and I am in the Grotti Itali GTO, ladies and gentlemen. My good friend there is in his Ocelot Pariah, and we're going to see what happens now. Okay, I should also point out, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raccoon started that race. His name is the Bromby. He has a channel of his own. It is called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, you should be able to go and find him. Why do that? He's got rather good videos on there. Okay, well, you saw him come around the top end, ladies and gentlemen. He did sort of catch up with me up the front straight there, ladies and gentlemen, but he lost it on the corner again. And yes, in these circumstances, ladies and gentlemen, there's absolutely no question that the GTO is going to take it. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. He did scupper that top corner, so now what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to go ahead and put Mr. Raccoon, who is the more proficient driver, into the one of these vehicles, into the GTO, I think, to start with, and I'm going to take charge of the Ocelot Pariah, and we're going to give it one more go, so there can be no doubt, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so there we go, Mr. Raccoon off in the Grotti Itali GTO, myself in the Ocelot Pariah, well, he's in the Grotti Itali GTO, and I'm in the Ocelot Pariah. I don't know what the hell I said a moment ago. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are just doing this over and over again to prove a point, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it will catch up with it. The Ocelot has got greater top speed. That is true, ladies and gentlemen. Down a top speed test track, the Ocelot will take the GTO. But when you take cornering into account, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get. The Grotti Itali GTO is going to take it. And as you can see, yes, that really was rather close, but the Grotti Itali GTO did take it. Okay, so now we are, for any naysayers out there, ladies and gentlemen, going to switch it over. We're going to put the more proficient driver back into the Ocelot Pariah there. We're going to put myself in the Grotti Itali GTO. So the Ocelot Pariah driven by Mr. Raccoon, myself driving the Grotti Itali GTO, and we're off, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, better acceleration for the Grotti, there's absolutely no question there, but the Ocelot does have the better top end speed, and so it's going to sort of catch up with me around here. However, both cars have got absolutely shocking handling, but the Grotti's has got slightly better than the Ocelots, ladies and gentlemen. And he is breathing right down my neck there, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the mini-map there, but he's not going to cross the line in front of me, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so there we are, what can one say? That sort of gives us an idea, there's no question as far as we're concerned, the Grotti Itali GTO will beat the Ocelot, but we've got some more questions. We decided we want to ask him. One of those questions, ladies and gentlemen, is what about the RSX? Can the Grotti Itali RSX beat the Ocelot Pariah? And we're about to find that out right now. Now, we've not been able to, unfortunately, for reasons I won't go into here, been able to do a full review on the Grotti Itali RSX recently, ladies and gentlemen. We do have to get around to that just as soon as possible. And so this is a pre-test, an early indication, ladies and gentlemen, of how it's going to stack up against the Grotti Itali GTO. And there we go, the Pariah gets round that corner in much better shape, ladies and gentlemen, but you're about to witness something very shocking. As good a top speed as the Pariah's got, ladies and gentlemen, my God, we've just come past it in the RSX, and that is not what one would have expected whatsoever. Okay, so we're going to try that one more time, ladies and gentlemen, just to make sure it wasn't a fluke, So what do we see, ladies and gentlemen? The Itali RSX has got the better acceleration, just like the GTO had, but there we go. We did see it catching down the top end, so the back straight there, so presumably it's going to have to hold the front, and there we go. Yeah, so it's holding the front all the way to the top corner, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's all about that cornering, and as long as you get round it first, yes, there's no question, ladies and gentlemen, the RSX is going to absolutely destroy the Ocelot Pariah, and that really is Rather shocking. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, you know, we're going to try one more time now. I'm going to put myself into the Pariah. We're going to put some, I don't know, that's Mr. Raccoon, you know, I think that is Mr. Raccoon, or it could be our other friend there who's in the RSX, but we're going to now see what happens if we switch drivers. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now is once again the Ocelot Pariah versus the Grotti Itali RSX, getting rather in sort of dodgy shape, ladies and gentlemen. And you can look at this on this occasion, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to pull alongside the RSX, but the RSX, ladies and gentlemen, is simply not having it. And oh, how about that? Right down to the line. My good God, that was close. Sodding hell, hit a helicopter as well. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So it turns out the RSX is actually faster than the Ocelot Pariah. That's rather interesting to know. But we have got one more question, ladies and gentlemen, for any regular viewers of this channel. You know, you might be curious, you know, there's anyone else probably not. What we've got here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pegassi Zentorno modified to the hilt, and that is a Grotti Itali GTO that has not been modified whatsoever in any other way than the aesthetic stylings. Its engine has not been upgraded and such forth. Now, we know that the Ocelot, we know the Grotti Itali GTO, ladies and gentlemen, there's no question, will absolutely destroy the Zentorno. The question is, if it's unupgraded, can it still do it? And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, rather shockingly, seems to be no. Okay, so how about that? An upgraded Zentorno can beat an unupgraded GTO, and that's only really for dedicated fans of the channel, as if there were any. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so there we go. Absolutely fantastic. And what do we think then, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you know, what can one say? The Grotti Itali GTO is phenomenal, so is the Ocelot Pariah, so is the RSX, and so is the Zentorno. Buy them all. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.